Also, whether or not it was gambling is actually not part of why
It's so crummy.
why they had action taken against them. It's because they didn't disclose they owned the website.
No, the gambling is why these people why they're being sued in civil courts. The FCC took action against them because they didn't disclose they owned the website. Remember they got all those censures and fines?
Yeah,
That's why.
Then nothing happened. They just got a slap on the wrist, and we're like,
Yeah,
well, don't do that again.
Yeah, but like that, like the fines and the warning, that was because they didn't disclose the website ownership.
Yeah.
The other one. Kathleen said that's it before the end video concluded. Yes, I know, because it just kept going.
Because we can cut that in there. So, FTC. The FTC.
Oh, yes. What did I say?
The FCC.
Oh, whoops.
They're sort of in our heads at the moment.
Yeah.
Did we want to redo any of that? I sort of completely muffed the beginning.
Yeah, the problem being we got these two teleprompters and we can't, they're not anywhere near the actual central. So, like, the problem with the setup is we almost kind of need 3 teleprompters.
Which is goofy.
So, yeah, we could redo the intro.
For the second most watched streaming video. Yeah. Sure, let's try one more. Sorry, Kathleen.
That's okay. I don't need to be warm ever again.
Good, because it's winter. Actually, no, not until we got 4 days of fall. And then the pumpkin.
I know, technically.
Then the pumpkin turns into a snowman.
The pumpkin is long since rotted. Why stop at 3 teleprompters? Look at Paul, teleprompter. Look at myself, teleprompter. Look at Graham, his face, now a teleprompter. Diamonds into my mouth. He's shitting diamonds because we've replaced his face with a teleprompter. Why not? Beautiful Old Spice memes.
I liked the one where the Old Spice guy shat diamonds.
That one was YouTube only.
I mean, I could actually put the...
Is someone in the equipment room?
James. Oh no, it's Beige.
I could do this.
Beige, he's our man.
Mute your shit.
Yep.
I keep hearing the beepity boopities. It's okay.
Look, there's
also, hi, Beach.
Hi.
There's a data.
Do you want me to put the... I could put
No,
this
it's
in.
fine. I'll just... Oh, unless you wanted that. Then
No,
I think
it's
we'd be
fine.
looking like weirdly.
Yeah.
All right.
Some people asking, I guess it might not be autumnal, but I'm still intending to do an autumnal rumble this year. The problem is, I thought it would be faster to make the wrestlers if I got the PC version.
Because then you could use mouse and keyboard?
Previously I got the PS4 version and I'd spend like hours over several evenings at home at night making the wrestlers, and then that was fine. But this time I got it on the PC here at the Moonbase, and I was like, oh, this will be fine because it'll be faster with mouse and keyboard. It's like marginally faster because you can't use the mouse. You have to use either keyboard arrows or the controller. It's really stupid. I actually loathe it. But I don't have a PC at home yet that I can build them with. So it's basically, if I'm at the Moonbase and no one's in the streaming office and I'm not doing all the other Moonbase work I have to do, then I can build the roster. So it's been a little delayed.
So,
yeah.
So clearly we've got like the autumnal rumble.
Yeah, maybe we'll come up with a new...
We need like a winter something.
Yeah. Bearing in mind that December to Dismember was a real pay-per-view that they did.
Really?
It was bad. Okay.
Also, we shouldn't do that one because it's probably not going to be in...
How about the January to eat Flanuary? They just whipped that one out. I was like, I'm a professional improviser.
The Winter Splinter, Solstice Slam. Okay, we'll talk about that later because I want to be able to actually read them. But let's redo this.
All right.
I feel like everybody's glossing over Flanuary.
Flanuary.
Okay. January, Slamuary, that's probably...
Slamuary? That's not bad. All right.
Okay.
Today, it's Christmas in the Tower, except it's not Christmas and it's not even really the Tower, but everyone still calls it both of those things. This is Checkpoint. Welcome to Checkpoint. Voted second most watched streaming video game news program in a recent poll of people in this office.
I think I would have thought we would have done better.
Don't let it bother you, it's just a popularity contest.
Well, yes, it is a popularity contest. It's literally what it was about, and we lost. Hey, here's the Thargoids. They're real scary. Look, one's behind me right now. Oh, he's going to get up in my grill.
Thargoids is such a good
Thank you.
lower third. I love it.
Thargoids.
Yeah, you want to do a snow slam?
I saw that, Molly. That was good.
What was Molly's?
Do you want to do a snow slam?
All right.
Invite G-Jip here.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And don't tell him the name until he gets here.
Back at it again at Wrestling Cream. I was watching a Vine compilation last night.
Did the hair thing work for when I was like, yeah, the undercut is the omnisexual new haircut we can all get behind.
Yup.
Good. I do admit the newer version of the skin they're rolling out does make Hanzo look a lot hotter. And is it Hanzo or Hanzo?
I don't know. Is it Mario or Mario?
Well, I mean, there's one commonly accepted name, and there's one that some people.
Red Plumber?
Jolly Magic Man.
Yeah.
No.
Mushroom Plumsman.
Mushroom Plumsman. That's what everybody can agree to call him. No, but like, sometimes like I got
old Brooklyn Bowser
So my
brawler.
friend Jess is from Pittsburgh, and she calls him Mario.
Mario.
And she and I was like, Mario. And she was like, what are you saying? And I was like, Mario? And she was like, no, it's Mario.
Like he says it when he goes, it's a me, Mario.
Yeah, well, okay, but
She's like, Mario.
Does Hanzo ever say his own name?
I have no idea.
I always thought it was Hanzo.
Hanzo.
Yeah.
Well,
but that's,
I had a moment. I actually.
But I think that's based on like Kill Bill, like the Hotari Hanzo sword.
I need healing.
Like I think that's why.
That's probably where his name came from, though.
Yeah.
That's probably why they call him Hanzo.
Mario is wrong. Okay, but here's the thing.
Mario.
I actually,
Mario
while I was
time.
reading that, because I don't play the game because it makes me incredibly motion sick. I can barely even watch it. Overwatch.
Yeah.
Not Mario. I like Mario games. I was like, wait, Hanzo. That's how I would pronounce it. That's how a normal person would pronounce it. What if all of chat is now exploding, going, it's Hanzo.
Hanzo.
That's true. Mario
Han
Lemieux.
Solo.
Like the real Mario, the real Mario Lemieux
Mario Lemieux, yeah.
is Mario, not Mario.
Yeah.
Hansel.
But
I don't know why I don't know why I thought of that. It was like I think it was a Looney Tunes cartoon, which was the story. It was the story of Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel.
But everyone like he calls himself Hansel, and everyone else in it is really confused. They're just like, Hansel?
I mean, I feel that
Hansel.
Hansel might be actually more authentic.
it's spelled Hanzo but pronounced Jeff.
Oh.
Damn, I knew I was wrong.
Yeah. There's a silent Jaff in there. No, wait. It's implied.
That is Looney Tunes, right? I'm not making that up. I think. Anyway, whatever.
There's also Hansel from
Zoolander.
Zoolander, yeah. He's so hot right now.
Han.
All right.
Han Solo.
So,
I always said Han Solo.
Yeah, exactly. It is Han.
Okay, just checking. Now I'm confused.
Now, can you imagine if it was like
Han Solo?
Luke, Leia, and Han?
Han? Yeah.
Well, I've had a crisis of faith in my own pronunciation skills.
It's partially an accent thing, right?
Bugs Bunny and Witch. That was the first appearance of the Witch Hazel character. No way. Huh.
All right. So let's talk about the Thargoids.
And then
Speaking of things that are pronounced funny.
and then the Thargoids came.
Yeah,
Or
I was not prepared
Thorgoids?
prepared to read Thargoids out loud, as it turns out.
What did you say the first time?
Like just Thargoids or something.
Thargoids?
Well, it's the Thargoids.
The Thargoids.
The Thargoids.
My favorite thing is when you read out this story to us, when you had actually read it, you ended it with, "I welcome our Thargoid overlords."
Oh, right. Lando calls him Han. Because of his
But
Cloud
is it-
City accent.
But is
I
it
don't know.
Lando or
Oh my
Londo?
God, Lando.
He's a
Lando is
Bespinian.
from Pittsburgh.
Is it Londo or Lando?
Lando.
Cloud City is just Pittsburgh. It's just got a lot of fog because it's up on the hills.
He says Han and Lando, so everyone calls him Lando because that's how he says it. But he calls Han. He calls him
Yeah.
Han.
Pittsburgh has a lot of hills. It's just fog. You think you're in Cloud City, you're just way up where the funicular is.
I want to see a funicular up to Cloud City. The tourists. It's actually just Pittsburgh down there.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
like,
I've been to
remember
Pittsburgh.
when we
It's
said a
quite
long
nice.
time ago in a galaxy far, far away?
No.
We made a mistake.
It's just Cloud City is
were
like
off by a bit.
it's a different planet and everything. It was just settled by people from Pittsburgh. They went off in like one of those like generation ships.
Wow.
So the Thargoids, these guys. What I like about this is these guys are from like the original Elite.
Yeah.
Because like Elite Dangerous is like,
And they've been teasing their arrival
modern-
for a long time.
Yeah. Because like I think it was a year ago they started doing this thing where randomly you'd be like in at warp speed, you just like, I'm going somewhere, then you would just get pulled out of warp, and there'd be this giant alien ship that scans you, and then leaves. Mm-hmm. And it'd be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck was that? Yeah. It was like a huge, like, slightly organic looking thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so they've been like rolling out this aliens attacking thing slowly over time, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, and the thing I'm referencing about like screwing up like this years-long mystery is this is from back in April. Do you remember the Salome thing, where somebody was like traveling back to the galaxy with all like this with like important information that would like take the mystery to the next level. And like it was going to be in a book, like an official tie-in book and all of that stuff. And then like a bunch of trolls sort of infiltrated her guard. And then just killed her, and the guy who killed her was named Harry Potter.
Right. It kind of it causes some problems for the book.
Yeah, well, I think he had plans to not maybe put that name in the book. So.
But I like I like that idea that it's like they these trolls or these players disrupted the thing and killed the person who wasn't supposed to die. But they did it in like, that's how, if there was like some insurgent group that was trying to take out this person, like infiltrating her her guard and like pretending to be like, that's how they would actually do it.
It wasn't like they cheesed it or anything or did some sort of game exploit. They worked their way in. XX dick butt XX. We were talking before we went live about that article. Where was the article? I can't even remember what the story was, but it was like, there was an article somewhere we were talking about a while ago that was like, first discovered by Reddit user Potato in Anus.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like...
Yeah, it's any time you have to reference people. Like, actually, there's a story I was looking at today, or earlier, that was about a new clan that was I think it was for like CS:GO or something. Mm-hmm. That there was a new there was coming. It was like this is a group of people who broke off from like the Immortals, which is apparently a big group. Anyway, but whenever online player, it's always like this guy and then their handle.
Right.
But there's these two brothers. And both of their names, like their handle names, is just their first name with a 1 at the end.
Yep.
So it's like Dave 1, whatever.
Do y'all have much Czech food like Kalashes where y'all are at? And would you like some brought to y'all? We have a lot of great Czech treats in Texas. We do not have Czech food here, and sure, that sounds great. Exit Pursued by Bear, thank you.
Yeah, Lucas 1 and Hen 1. That's the They're brothers. Anyway, so Thargoids, super cool.
You Elite Dangerous players are probably screwed if you have to work together.
I do love that people are RPing as alien sympathizers.
Xeno ally.
Even though that's not actually like a thing.
I mean,
like
that's the thing that like the store, like it's an official thing.
But
they
like
know.
but like there's no in-game way to ally with the aliens.
No,
Yeah.
you
They're just doing it of their own
it's just
volition.
called griefing other players.
Yeah.
But now they're doing it with purpose.
Offbeat Twitch or Offbeat Witch. There was a PUBG story. Nothing major. We'll talk about it in a moment.
The Shovel Knight thing.
Yep.
It's mostly just.
It's an amazing looking statue. It's also $300.
It's 15 inches tall and weighs 20 pounds.
Yeah. So much.
I
resin.
believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great. If that's something you want and you have $300, you should get it. And if you don't, that's great too. Don't.
Yeah.
And don't get mad at people if they do get it.
Some people were, the thing about the Hanzo skin is that some people are really annoyed now that they're changing it because they liked the Silver Fox Hanzo. So there's
yeah,
literally
but,
no
it's
pleasing
also
anybody.
Hanzo with what I can't remember what this piercing is called.
Oh, through the bridge of the nose?
Yeah, through the bridge of the nose. He's got one of those. Like, he's totally supposed to look like, I don't know why they, like, I looked at the one panel, this holy grail of fandom, this one drawing. And, like, I don't know how they could possibly have interpreted the shading there as, like, a Silver Fox look. It's, like, clearly an undercut.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Molly, yes. And it is on the wiki, and hopefully someone can link to it.
Is he supposed to be, like, older in the game?
No, it's just supposed to be, like, casual Hanzo. I don't understand why.
But, like, is Hanzo supposed to be an older guy?
No?
No?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Like, I think the changes look better, and like, yeah, I think the butt diarrhea thing is actually the biggest thing that people are complaining about because it's
Like
a very unfortunately placed sort of like stylized
just-
swoop dragon.
And it's just like from a, like regardless from a like the character design, just from a clothing design perspective. Like if you have a piece of clothing
Oh, that would never make it out of like prototyping.
that you're gonna put a dragon on, like.
No,
like
not a yellowy brown dragon right on the ass.
You put it down the leg or something, right? Like it's there's obvious places to put a dragon that aren't on the butt.
Yeah, no, there is definitely no.
Maybe that's where the dragon comes from.
No yellowish brown dragon on the ass. Like that's no.
Hanzo is 38.
He's totally old enough. He's totally still in like the young, not silver foxy range.
Yeah.
Yes.
Goodbye.
It's
the
right
Dawning. Yeah, I saw the article about the Dawning, and it's like, yeah, the armor looks good and everything, but
The armor looks.
it looks really nice, honestly. But it was just this like, the article was like, hey, it's the Dawning, it's coming back, it's going to be from tomorrow, the 19th to January 9th, whee! And I was like, yeah, but like,
What about all the other stuff?
what about like that whole? Because we talked about it in the after show last time, but we didn't actually do it as like a full story. But that they originally were going to be like Iron Banner, Faction Rally, and the Dawning, and Trials of the Nine. You could only do if you had the DLC.
Well, and then there's also like they also messed up a bunch of the achievements.
Oh, they did that. Yeah. So there's an achievement for clearing the Prestige raid.
But the prestige raid was.
But they bumped the light level for the raid up, so you could only do the Prestige version if you had the DLC, meaning that they'd inadvertently
Made it so you can't do that.
gated a Chivo behind DLC, which
is
you're
like
not
not
allowed
actually.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. So, yeah. What do you think of the exotic dropping boost thing that apparently does bugger all? Oh, the 3 of coins? Is it? I didn't know that it apparently did bugger all. I used one the other day and it didn't seem to do a lot.
I mean, if it boosts your chances from
I mean,
like.
the whole XP capping thing we talked about too. That's
Yeah,
From,
that's a couple weeks back.
that's like. Yeah, that's a scandal that happened. 2 or 3 weeks ago? It's old news now.
Elioso, not allowed by whom? By the platforms. Microsoft and Sony have things in the achievements. If like you can't put an achievement in your base game that you can only get
Like DLC.
by paying.
DLC adds achievements.
Yeah, DLC can have its own achievements that are new. But you can't have a DLC in the base game that you can only get through paid DLC. So.
Yeah, 3 of
People have
coins
tested it
does
and
not
gotten-
work.
Oh,
I mean, like if it increases
Great.
the base drop rate from like 1% to 1.5%.
yeah. Well,
CS:GO whole thing. Obviously, this is something that has been going on
Yeah.
for a while.
We talked about it a little bit after the episode.
And the reason
So-
why, the reason why the story sort of is like being talked about now is that they just sort of came to, I guess, the latest set of conclusions on it. I'm sure it's going to be like an ongoing.
Yeah, I mean, what I want to do here is, even though these guys did something so incredibly awful and like underhanded on purpose, they appear to have mostly escaped the consequences. So what I want to do is just keep making sure that I talk about them and their full names and their handles and their YouTube channels and their Twitch channels, and make sure that their names are associated with the bad, nasty things that they did on purpose to screw people out of their money. Let's just keep that alive in popular consciousness, shall we?
The article on this on Polygon. They didn't like say anything in the article, but I just like that it opened with a picture of one of the guys with two Xbox One X's, and just the caption on the photo was like, you know, this guy doing an unboxing video of the Xbox One X in November 2017 for his like 2-point-something million YouTube subscribers.
Yup.
So,
All right, stories we didn't do. Oh wait, no, the coming up. Did you know that the Predator is in Ghost Recon Wildlands?
Apparently it's kind of meh.
Yeah, like so you
Like,
go
it's
and,
fun, you go hunt him down, the hunting him down is quite fun, and then you just get into like a long bullet sponge fight.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
I read the whole thing.
Apparently, he just like appears and points his lasers at you, and you like pop him a little bit and then hide. And it's just like boop 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 boop. That's it.
and it's like
about that.
when you the article when you see it, stuff like, you know, he runs around and like goes invisible, and then he runs around and then becomes visible and like runs at you and attacks and stuff, and it's like it would be so cool if they could actually do like
Apparently, yeah. Well,
actually get like the real or the real idea of like you being stalked by something that is
Yeah.
actually like smart.
well, what you were saying is apparently the getting to the Predator
It's quite fun.
is actually
Very
kind of compelling. It's
atmospheric.
like, you know, it's creepy. You're going through
Apparently the sound effects, they put a lot of work into like the actual just like ambient sound of
Yeah.
like the DLC and stuff.
And the guys in your like your squad are suitably like action movie type dialogue.
Yeah, apparently it's quite good, and then you get there and it's just like,
Add Predator to PUBG instead of the Red Zone.
right?
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Just in PUBG, like after say 10 minutes,
Yeah.
a Predator also parachutes in.
Fucking camp in the blue now, motherfuckers.
Love it.
All right.
Speaking of PUBG, they've added the 3D replay, which is client side. It records everything that happens within 1 kilometer radius of the player.
How big is the actual map in terms of kilometers?
I don't know, but that's big.
It's like a big chunk of
It's
the
a
map.
big,
Yeah.
big amount of space. And then after the match, you can then go back and watch it and replay it in different, like you can do it in slow-mo, you can watch it from different angles, you can move the camera around, so you can get a really, you can get like a full, it's 8K.
Oh.
You can get a full idea of like where you're being shot from, where other people are moving around. It looks really, really cool. And people on the subreddit or just generally in the community are doing really interesting.
Yeah, they're doing like action movie style replays.
Yeah, they're doing really interesting replays. The machinima potential is huge. So that's really exciting. It, like everything else with PlayerUnknown, is a little shaky.
Apparently, it is going to be coming out.
The two maps are different sizes, yes.
They're testing it on the it's on the test servers right now, but apparently it's going to come with the 1.0 release, which is
Yep.
Wednesday. So
Yep.
Well, this will be
Something,
fun.
by the way, something to keep in mind, because it's this happens all the time where people are like, you know, X feature on the test servers is broken. There's no way it's going to be ready for this thing, and it's like, well, you need to understand how roadmaps.
yeah, the
like,
test server
dev
might
work-
not be
like-
the most recent version.
Exactly, like they make a call at a certain point that it's like, okay, you guys are going to make sure that this, like, they're going along working the feature, and at a certain point there's a break where some people continue working on the feature internally, and these people prep it for the test servers so they can start testing it. Then they're testing stuff and learning things on the test servers, while stuff that's wrong on the test servers could potentially already well be corrected internally.
Well, I remember there was that thing with Destiny that was so annoying that
also that's what tests are for.
But like there was the test server for Destiny.
Oh yeah, the demo.
The test demo.
The beta, yeah.
And everyone was like, okay, it's like, this is cool.
That was stupid.
It's like, this is cool, but this are problems. And they're like, oh yeah, we already fixed all that. And they're like, okay. But it's just like,
yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Could you have told us that?
It's like, if you knew those were problems already. Anyway.
Oh, the PvP mode coming back in the Dawning, by the way, is Mayhem, which is the one where you get all the supers all the time.
Is the... I don't know enough about, like, online multiplayer games. Is this, like, 3D replay thing that PUBG is doing, like, something that other games have not done?
It's not super common. I feel like I've definitely heard of it before, where you get to basically look at, like, the whole game again in slow-mo, but doing it on that kind of scale with that many players
and
in this kind of map
where
is pretty involved.
Where it's actually grabbing the whole thing.
Halo, actually, I think, is one that definitely did that in their PvP mode. But again, their PvP is like, you know, a standard multiplayer PvP map where you've got, like, you know, so many players per team or whatever, or just a deathmatch in like a small PvP map. Something on this scale is, you know, is pretty impressive. So again, like, not new, but pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it's.
Oh yeah, and RTSs for sure. RTS games do that a lot.
I've been doing that for
a long time. TF2. Yeah. Again, it's the first kind of game of the scale that's done it, but. Yeah.
I saw someone was actually talking about in the comments that Fortnite, saying what they do, which is kind of cool, is that when you get killed, your camera starts following the person who killed you, and then when they die, it starts following the person who killed them.
So eventually, everybody ends up with the winner.
So cool. It just keeps going along.
I like that.
Fortnite's a dirty word in the PUBG offices, though. Super Mario
this is
has
really
some
cool.
very, 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 like, probably too much attention to detail, but a lot of attention to detail on their sound effects.
The sound effects will harmonize with the music.
Yeah, they'll change pitch and tempo.
Yeah.
Depending on what the level music is. And even in the same level, when you get the thing that makes it so you can change the level music, it plays different.
They will. There's a video demonstrating it. It's easiest to tell on when you're the electric ball going along the power lines, just because it's an ongoing sound. But it's super interesting that they it's basically so nothing sounds dissonant.
Right.
So
it's that thing where it's like, we can do it this way, and nobody will question. It's like, we can do it, the normal way. Nobody will question it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Or we could spend 10 times as much work.
Yeah.
And do a small thing that nobody will really notice.
But it will sound really nice when people.
But it'll make us feel better.
Yeah.
And people will subconsciously.
Disarasta, I actually don't think it's that stupid. I think people completely misinterpreted and blew it out of proportion. Ark has added mushrooms.
Magic mushrooms. Trippy. You go on a cartoon version of a trippy mushroom thing.
You can get blasted on
Basically,
mushrooms.
If you go through red mushrooms, they send off green spores. And if you walk through the green spores, the whole game goes kind of like Technicolor, and it goes wibbly. There's videos online and stuff. It's like I said, it's a cartoon version of what being high on acid is like. And then you might die, though, because the side effects of this for your character include uncontrollable changes in direction, forgetfulness, trouble breathing, and bouts of endless defecation.
Which, by the way, is a mechanic in Ark.
You can get real bad food poisoning.
This is part of...
That's not what they said, Disarasta.
This is part of a this is part of the new paid DLC, so it's like a new arc,
Yeah.
a new where all sorts of freaky stuff is happening.
Yeah, there's like an alien queen that makes you pregnant with other little baby aliens.
Yeah, which seems
That seems terrible.
super bad.
Yeah.
There's invisible flying dinosaurs.
Yeah. Apparently some of the mushrooms are a little like weirdly bugged though, because one player was sort of like exploring the new area and then just like died to hallucinating mushrooms. He's like, well, wandered into some mushrooms, better be careful. And then next time he was really careful and then died again. He was like, well, what the F? And then like went in God mode and it was like, I don't know why the mushrooms are triggering here.
Yeah, there's so it's kind of not doing. Some of it is a little weird, but yeah, that's freaky.
It's kind of it's fun.
Speaking of freaky, Mount Your Friends is coming to 3D.
Oh,
They're making
yeah.
a 3D version of Mount Your Friends. A hard man is good to climb.
The it's like the junk is really just coming out
It's
at
just
you.
windmilling around there, yeah.
Yeah.
I think incredibly difficult climbing games are having their heyday now.
Yeah,
I really want to play Getting Over It.
Yeah, getting over it, Mount Your Friends. Like now is the time for swinging yourself around in precarious directions.
Is that the actual tagline? Yeah, a hard man is good to climb.
Yep.
It's pretty great.
If you haven't seen Mount Your Friends,
Yeah, it's
there's a very good video on Polygon of like, oh, I can't remember who's playing. It's
content
like
warning for hilariously pinwheeling genitals, I guess.
Yeah, Allegra Frank and two other people.
Simone and someone else.
I don't remember who is, but their playthrough is quite funny.
We did play it on stream. Thank you, Sarah. I wasn't sure if we had.
We've played.
We're definitely going to play the 3D version, let me tell you.
So.
Who's getting over the New Day game?
You can make custom sprites. Oh no.
Flappy junk. Flappy junk.
All right. So there's this really interesting article that came out about the Mirai botnet, which
Yeah.
so if you've
So
been
first of all, what's the Mirai botnet?
yeah. So if you were on the internet, say last year, at all, you may remember that time for like a day or two when bad stuff went down.
Yeah, like all of the computers at like several hospitals in the UK got like infested with this botnet.
Well, no, it wasn't that they got infested. It's that a whole bunch of servers went offline. One of the big internet backbone systems got DDoS'd, and a large portion of the eastern seaboard of the United States went offline. Large portions of Amazon went offline, which in AWS going offline means that like a ton of websites go offline because a lot of websites are hosted on there. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Whoa.
So
Mirai was the IP cameras and German routers?
yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Okay.
So
I thought it was the hospitals one.
No. So the interesting thing about this is that the records have been unsealed,
Right.
or at least some of them, which talk about basically what happened and what they've been doing about it. So for one thing, like this was very taken. It was very serious and also taken very seriously. All these various companies, Cloudflare, Akami, the FBI, various international organizations, were all working together to try to figure out what was happening. And it turns out that it was a botnet that was composed primarily of Internet of Things devices.
Yeah.
So all these little like routers, internet connected fridges,
Smart thermostats.
smart thermostats, all these things.
Anything you can control via your phone.
And these things were mostly still, using really crappy security or using like the default passwords for things. So it was very, 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 very bad, but also very, they were able to, and these guys accessed them in a way that hadn't been really done a lot of it done before. Like people had access to stuff before, but not on this scale. And it turns out that it was originally thought that this was some sort of nation kind of person, like China or it was some sort of cyber terrorism attack.
Right.
Testing, because they tested quite a few different places that like got hammered and went down, and this other place got hammered and went down, and then finally DIN, which is this internet backbone server, got hammered and went down with like, I think they were saying like 1.2 terabytes per second of data being sent to it, which is like ridiculously huge amount higher than a regular DDoS attack. So it was suspected that this was a nation state trying to sort of testing their capabilities.
Turns out
it was Minecraft. It turns out that this whole system, the Mirai botnet, was designed by 3 guys who were operating a Minecraft server.
Yeah.
And operating a Minecraft server is big business, or at least it was. I don't know if it is more lesser now, and making a bot that could take down your opponent's, take down your competitor's Minecraft server so that their clients couldn't connect to it, and then you'd be like, well, their downtime is crappy. You could come and join up with us. That's what it was for. The most sophisticated, the most powerful DDoS system by like an order of magnitude that has ever existed.
Yeah, they basically unleash an orbital laser upon the entire internet superstructure.
Yeah.
They basically just wanted to jab a needle into the balloon of very specific Minecraft servers, and instead they like lasered them off the face of the planet.
And so what? Because as the FBI and these various internet security companies started reconstructing, they started sort of getting the footprint or the signature of this virus or this botnet system, and sort of tracking it as it went through. They were noticing that it was hitting this disproportionately large number of like Minecraft servers and it turns out that like the first big server that was taken down was this place in France that was quite a large system and got completely hosed, and they thought that it was just like that they had posted something that people didn't like or whatever. It turns out that this server was one of the main people that provided DDoS protection for Minecraft servers. That's why they got destroyed.
Bringing a Yamato cannon to a toothpick fight.
Yeah,
So the problem was, the additional complication is that at a certain point, these guys were like, we've got this amazing system. People are probably going to figure out what we're doing. So they actually open sourced it, like they released it.
Oh.
With the idea being that sort of muddies the waters, right? That it's hard to tell who actually, like if somebody has it, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're the ones who made it.
You're making it worse.
So the people who killed the DIN server and did the thing is apparently not the guys who originally made it for Minecraft. So
no, but they're like, oh my god, we've created a monster. Quickly, release it out onto the wild.
Release the monster so no one can trace it back to us. Oops, whoops. Then just homer into the bushes and leave.
Yeah, Gapfiller was like, what does William Gibson think of this? I think what he thinks of this is,
yep.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah,
he's just like,
throw out that draft.
Start again.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's all apparently it was largely the majority of the systems, which apparently at its height it had between like 700,000 or 800,000 devices that were compromised. They were primarily in like Asia, so that like in South Korea, in China, and then also in parts of Europe, and it was these crappy Internet of Things devices. And this is
your fucking smart blender.
And that was actually this big. That was part of the thing. That was part of the sort of revelation. This idea that that it's not necessarily computers that you have to worry about being compromised.
Yeah, it's your internet connected spiralizer.
Yeah, and the problem is that obviously these devices individually are not that powerful, but collectively, but also they don't have a lot of spare memory and resources to do a lot of, virus protection kind of stuff on them. And also they're often made by crappy people who keep things in their default settings. So anyway, it's a fascinating article if you want to read it. I suggest checking it out.
Stupidest timeline. We somehow fell into the dumbest timeline.
Hey, to be part of actually the article that is actually kind of neat, quite neat, is reading about these various organizations sort of mobilizing to stop this kind of stuff. That basically sort of how serious this kind of stuff is. That people whatever futzing around in their computers is considered to be actually like a really big deal. The various international organizations know how important the internet infrastructure is. So they take any kind of thing like this quite seriously.
By the way, if you are interested in this whole article, I mean, we've sort of spoiled it for you, but there's lots of good stuff in there. Sarah Serinde is posting the link in chat for all of you who want to read the original article on Wired.
Yeah.
So.
I like that in the article.
I stepped on something under the table and it was a jelly bean.
In the article, they talk about they're like, and took out all this stuff, and then it's like brackets, including Wired.
Yeah.
So, I think that's all the stuff. Oh, there was this story about how apparently Splatoon 2's lobby, which is the lobby of Splatoon 2, is like a little town.
It's less drawings, and now it's just more shit posts and memes.
Yeah, it used to be a nice place. It used to be a place where you could bring your kids.
I read that article, and I think that this is the author, Kid or Squid. I think it's the. I felt
you think
that
it might be like not. It might be wishful thinking.
Yes, I thought that article might have just been wishful thinking on the part of the author. Maybe perhaps looking back with rose-colored glasses on halcyon days.
It did read a little bit like, oh, the Splatoon lobby is not like it was in my day.
Back in my days, with the Splatoon 2 lobby was all beautiful artwork.
Back when I was a kid, 6 months ago.
Pictures of calamari in a bikini top, and now it's just shitposty memes about sucking toes.
A lot of toe sucking.
Yeah, that apparently. And also, of course, because as we have mentioned many times on Checkpoint, they do these like Splatoon battles between
Yeah, it's socks versus sweaters now.
Socks versus sweaters, or ketchup versus mayonnaise,
Bring on the socks.
Whatever. The different things like
Bring
that.
me damn Christmas socks.
Of course, those kind of spill over into the memes too.
So are you voting in the Splatfest? Are you voting for if you think socks are worse or sweaters are worse? Or are you voting, if I had to get one, I'd take socks or sweater? I don't know.
I think you're voting which one you like better.
I would rather get socks. I have a lot of. I mean, I love sweaters.
Like if you're on,
but I have a lot of sweaters, and I can never have enough socks.
A sweater is a more personal fashion thing. Like somebody could absolutely give you a sweater you don't want to wear, but even if the socks are ugly, they might still be warm.
Yep.
Like these.
Yeah, I have I have a few pairs of socks that are denoted as socks to wear when I'm just going to be around the house, but my feet are cold.
Yeah.
They're not for outside wearing.
That's it.
Thwocks.
That's it for Checkpoint.
We did it.
We did the thing. Paul.
Yeah.
We're not here on Christmas Day because we're going to go spend it with our families, because otherwise they'll get real salty at us.
Also, it's Christmas. Don't want to do Checkpoint.
If you don't do Christmas,
I believe there is a plan to have some sort of streaming on Christmas Day, though.
Yep. Some people who don't have their families at arm's length, I believe, will be doing some sort of.
Or their families are.
Don't have them within reach.
Yeah.
yeah.
Usually keeping something at arm's length is far away.
Hey, if they can't see their family, they're going to come here and stream for you.
Yes.
Their internet,
We got there.
Internet family.
Pokemon Go has EX raid passes on Christmas. What?
Oh, Oh.
Doop-a-doop-doop.
Well, we could go get a Mewtwo.
Neat.
Let me.
So Cam will be streaming. No, I think
No.
Cam has family stuff to do.
Oh, and by the way, if you subscribed during the Rhythm Cafe yesterday, apologies if your thing didn't pop up on the screen. The
Oh yeah, there was a
Lurbot was
Lurbot
having an issue.
thingy.
And got attacked by the Internet of Things.
Is there an Ian and Cam stream this year? Yes, an Ian and Cameron Christmas is happening. I'm not sure when, but it is happening. So, thank you, Anti-Crepuscular. Yes, there was a new G-Vlog up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/GrahamStarkVlogs. And there will be another one, probably later today, from the day after that one. And then I've actually edited all the vlogs that I had planned on doing.
Good job.
All right.
It only took like a
Let's
month and a half for
welcome
those
some
ones.
people.
Let's welcome the following fine peoples. Lord Brian, with a 5-month resub. Going to miss the stream, so I'll pop this in now. Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Arconic Energy for 15 months. Seems I've been pushing this button for a while.
Yes.
TXC2 for 33 months says, here's to 33 months of supporting the best stream with the best chat with the best mods, which now includes me for some reason.
Yes, TXC2 and Addie new mods to the channel. Welcome. Neko Squirrel, 10-month resub. Thanks for the laughs and inspiration while I learn how to teach children things. Teach them the good stuff.
Venara for 45 months.
Don't teach them this stuff. Arendelle for 35 months says 35 months. That's almost something. 3 years, I guess.
Close.
Close. Malfunked. 48 months. The 4 years. Woo woo.
Cheese7891 is a new subscriber. Welcome.
Woo! Pulse Evo for 39 months says time. What is time? Broden
Oh, it is me.
Swolger.
Okay, Broden Swolger with a 14-month resub. Merry early Christmas.
Shadowbow 464. 70 months.
RJ Dennis for 2 months.
Topher Duckin, a new subscriber. Sounds tasty.
Bezacrick for 34 months.
And Psychic Ketchup for 46 months says, I honestly can't remember what I did on the internet before I discovered LRR, and these 46 months have been
I
awesome.
don't remember it either. It's my whole life now. Zephrys with a 20-month resub. Yay for Checkpoint. Thank you, Zephrys.
Krieger-san for 52 months.
That was a long time.
Wowee.
Hippity Boppity for 21 months says, Ecstasy for the Orb.
God of Muffins, 41-month resub. This just in. I resubbed. That is all.
Kane SD for 48 months.
Sound Guy 0 decibels for 15 months says, nearly Christmas sub. Hope you have an awesome Christmas and New Year.
You
I
too.
hope so too, and all of you. Ralph the Llama with a 16-month resub. Happy 16 months, friends.
Garfy 400 for 15 months.
All that Garfaday. Morton is a new subscriber.
Space Potato 1 with a 29-month resub. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a giant potato from space falling on the earth. Ah!
It's your friend and mine, Mr. Potato.
Duani.
That's a big
Hooray
potato.
for 8 months.
The Ha-Ko Fole for 15 months says, 15 months, time flies. Thanks for all the entertainment.
It does, doesn't it? Fearitude with a 13-month resub. Welcome back. Psychosis.
for new subscriber.
Smiley Dude, 560 for 19 months in a row.
Melix 1, a new sub. Welcome to the channel.
Bry Jeep Guy for 15 months. I had option for button, so button pressed.
Ped the Stir Fry, that's endangered, 33 months.
Shark Fists, 48-month resub, 4 years. Hi. Hi, Max.
Tupples for 9 months. Happy Festivus.
For the rest of us. And thank you, whoa, for 9,956 bits from Foxmar, Doodles the Great, Edgar Ware, Is an Insect, Malfunk, W. Nivik, BT Etta, No Soul, Earthen One, Cataclysmic Reverb, Nimrod, 14, Nikubwa, Lance Cross, Count Zero, Admiral Mamel, Rendleknap, Reichs, Ember Becky, Rock Pusher, Delta V, and Valhalla Knight.
I hope that's everybody.
Well, Valhalla Knight just did
Okay,
it, so I believe so.
Hey, so like, that's a lot of bits. Why are there so many bits? Because there's a really cool there's a really cool thing that Twitch is doing right now. Twitch is raising money for direct relief. Basically, when you cheer and do hashtag charity, some of the, what is the exact breakdown you posted?
I'm going to look it up right now.
I don't remember, and I don't want to lie.
It's $2 for every 1,000.
I believe so, yes.
Link.twitch.tv/
Like, I believe it's $2 for every $10 worth of bits, basically.
Yes, I believe so, but now I just want to make sure. Oh, no.
$2 for every 1,000 bits.
Okay.
So,
So-
if the streamer, in this case us, but the streamer still gets all the bits, but then Twitch additionally does $2 for every 1,000 bits. Tyrannic Moron with 250 bits. Thank you. Doing a thing. Hashtag charity.
So, yeah. So that's how that works. That's going until when?
11 more days.
11 more days. Right.
According to
So,
that thing. So.
yeah.
Oh, and I wanted to mention, just because I had it in my email this morning, this is not this particular stream, but as you may know, our AFK streams are sponsored by the awesome people of Wormwood.
Correct.
Today, the 18th, is their cutoff for Christmas.
Oh,
So
relevant.
if for some reason you have not got a Wormwood, or you haven't got your Wormwood thing, and you want to get something from Wormwood for Christmas,
And you're probably in the States, given the days.
today's the last day.
If you live in the States, use the code LRR to get free shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you live outside the States, LRR World for discounted shipping.
If you live outside the States, maybe print off a picture of what you ordered the person, though. Because
It is the 18th.
it's the 18th of December.
It's the 19th in Sweden. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know how that works. But I just saw that in my email, and I thought I would let you folks know.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go.
Yes.
We gotta go. We got stuff to do.
I got a thing to edit.
Yeah.
Tonight, we got the
Matters of import.
Matters of Import. Unfortunately, Ian is down with the sickness.
Yeah.
But Beej is going to be here importing things.
Specifically,
Oh, we're so organized, prepared.
No,
well, I would have been more prepared if I'd looked this up ahead of time.
Yeah.
Specifically.
That was a joke. I was making fun of us.
Okay. River City Tokyo Rumble and River City Rival Showdown.
So, really getting into that River City.
It's very fun.
Is it one city that's by a river, or is it just any cities that are by rivers?
I don't know.
We'll find out tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow is New Day, which is also Beej, I think. Isn't it?
Was it? Is it?
I probably shouldn't
Don't-
tease that without also knowing what the thing is.
I don't know.
Okay, it'll be a surprise.
It's probably in the event thing.
All right. Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays from the stream.